Today I'm going to be sharing 5 tips for you to create an easy colour combo. And stick around because I have a bonus tip for you today. Now, I love to create my own colour combinations, but I know that this can be a real struggle for many people. So today I have a formula that will help you create beautiful colour combinations every time. And I'm going to be using the altenew cardstocks today. All right, tip number 1. If you are not confident in choosing colours, why not choose an analogous colour combination? I know, don't walk away, it does sound a bit scary, but what it basically means is that you can choose from anywhere on the colour wheel, any 2 to 5 colours that lie beside each other. It's as simple as that. They're always going to create a beautiful colour combination. Typically though, a combination of 3 colours is more common, but you can use as little as 2 or as many as 5. You can also choose whether you want a warm colour combination, such as the reds and the yellows and the oranges, or something cool like I've chosen here today, with the green, the blue-green and the blues. Today I'm using a floral cover die, but you can use anything that you have. You could even use a patterned die, and we're going to be doing a combination of some inlay die cutting as well as adding some dimension to these flowers. So I have cut one of each of the colours that I've chosen and kept as many of the little pieces as I could because I'm going to be mixing these all up. I am using the dark blue as the base colour, but you're not limited with these colour combinations. You can mix them up however you want. Today, in both of my designs, I've pretty much added an equal proportion of each of the analogous colours beside each other, but you don't have to do it that way. You can actually change it up and use something like the 60-30-10% rule, which simply means that you can choose one of these colours as a more dominant colour and allow that sort of to be about 60% of your design. And then choose a secondary colour for, say, the 30%. And then the last 10% is going to be a pop of colour. And you can imagine how different the look of this card would be if you chose a combination of warm colours instead. And another great tip is that you can actually use different shades and tones within your chosen colours. Like, you can really change these colours up to make it suit your design. Like, for example, today you may have noticed I've actually chosen 2 shades of blue as well as 2 different shades of the blue-green in my colour palette. So I did use the navy blue, it's actually called Dark Night, to cut the base of the sentiment or the shadow layer of the sentiment, whereas I normally would choose a colour such as black, but I will talk about neutrals a little bit more in just a moment. So the second example that I'm sharing with you today is using exactly the same cardstocks, but you'll notice at the end it actually looks quite different. I decided to make an angled stripy cardstock base, which is one of my favourite techniques to do with coloured cardstock. And again, I've used the A4 adhesive sheet, same as I did on the first card, but this time I've added it to a panel of cardstock. And I have cut my strips the same, or stripes, the same width, but often I'll change it up and just use smaller or thinner and wider sections as well. This is a really good way to use up scrap cardstock. And I don't waste any. I cut the long pieces away and use them on my diagonal. So what if you want to add another colour into the mix? Then take another look at your colour wheel, but this time look at the exact opposite colour of the main colour that you've used on your analogous colour scheme, and this is going to give you the complementary colour and one that's going to coordinate, not clash, with your design. So for me today that was a red orange, but what I did instead was used some yellow cardstock and then blended the red orange colour to get sort of some shading on my koi fish today. And if you don't have a colour wheel, don't worry. They are available on the internet for free. Just search colour wheel and there'll be thousands pop up. You can even search analogous colour combinations. That's a really good cheaty way to get some inspiration. And now I've got a bonus tip for you today. I'm going to step up the design and add a fun stenciled water pattern to the background. I'm using some pigment ink here, so it's a slow drying white ink. It's going to give kind of a subtle effect, but change up the look of those stripes that I created. Other ways that you could add a pattern on your background is to use a stamp. You could even add texture with an embossing folder. Now let's talk about neutrals. Neutrals are muted shades that appear to be without colour. You can't actually find them on the colour wheel, but they will complement all colours. And the four most common of these are black, white, brown and grey. But you can also add other shades that have an undertone of colour, such as beige, tan, ivory, cream. So you can use these in your designs confidently, knowing that they are not going to clash with your analogous colour schemes. And you may notice that I'm using a liquid glue here to attach my enamel dots, and that's because I've used the pigment ink, and I know because it's slow drying, at least the liquid glue is going to help hold those in place so that my fish bubbles don't pop off the card. And all together now, we chose our analogous colours. We had 3 in total. We used equal amounts of each colour on both cards. I did come in with a couple of different tones of each colour, and I used the neutrals for the sentiments, as well as a complementary colour for our fish. I hope you're inspired to create your own easy colour combination, and if you do, I'd love you to share it with me. I've got 2 more videos here for you to enjoy, and I look forward to seeing you there. If you liked today's video, please click on the thumbs up button to let me know that you did. And if you haven't already, subscribe. It's totally free. I look forward to seeing you back here again real soon. Till then, happy paper crafting. Bye.